Hey, what's up, Theremin fans? So you've played Theremin for a little bit, and you're looking for some way to add a little texture, maybe a little more flavor to your playing. So here's a neat thing about the Theremin. Because the instrument signal is output via one of these quarter-inch cables, you can do the exact same thing that an electric guitarist does when they want to add something new to their flavor. Use a guitar pedal. So I was looking for different guitar pedals to try out with the Theremin, and I noticed this on Carolina Eyck's website. So I followed roughly in her footsteps and picked up the updated version of that same delay pedal, the Boss DD8. Let me just say, whoa, this thing can make some really cool sounds. By the way, if you haven't checked out any of Carolina Eyck's performances, definitely spend a little time looking into it. She's a wonderful theremin player, and she's the one who wrote the book about theremin technique. Actually, a lot of how I got interested in theremin was through Carolina, so definitely look up her YouTube. First, just a little bit about this guitar pedal. Like the other Boss stomp boxes, this thing is solid. It actually feels like it's built to withstand some serious damage. Case could probably survive a fall out of an airplane. And just like other guitar pedals, you got this really fun part, the on-off switch, this part that you stomp on. And then you got the little power input at the top. And on this particular model of the delay pedal, it's got 4 knobs. The knob on the far right is the function knob. There's a bunch of different types of delay that you can put into the signal, but in this video I'm just going to talk about one particular function, the analog delay. On the far left you have the effect level knob, which is basically saying how much delay do you want. And anytime this particular knob is set to 0 all the way to the left, you're not getting any effect at all. You just bought a really expensive adapter. Take a listen to what it sounds like with this knob set to 0. Now let me reach over and crank this up to about 45% with the feedback knob set to 50%. I'll get back to the feedback knob in a second. Now just a warning about the effect level knob, if you turn it up too high, like I'm about to right here, you can get some really nasty clipping sounds as the output simply becomes too much. So be really careful with this knob. Okay, on to the next. This second knob is the feedback knob. And this feedback knob basically just tells the device how much feedback interference to spit out. And this guy is another one to be really careful about. And if you turn this knob up too much, you get the same effect as if you had just put a microphone directly in front of a speaker. Take a listen. This is the third knob, the time knob. Dialing this knob up increases the delay between your initial dry sound and your output wet signal. It's essentially the echo knob. The maximum delay this thing can output is about 800 milliseconds. Which corresponds roughly to 75 beats per minute. So check out what happens when I set this knob to the max. And at longer delays, in theory, you could play chords, but you'll have to be extremely precise, and that's really difficult to do with a theremin. Obviously, there's a ton of combinations and a lot of stuff you can play around with this box. Let me just show you my personal favorite setting. And if you want the sound of some far-off haunted instrument playing in a large, open, echoey space, try these settings. Okay, so that's pretty much the Boss DD8 pedal in a nutshell. There's a few sound tests so you could hear just exactly what it sounds like as you're running a theremin signal out from the instrument through the pedal and out through the output signal. If you like this video, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and let me know down below if there's any other questions you have about this particular sound.